Hello everybody, Preferred Selection here. Welcome back to Crashtest, the Terraria series, where I do things a little differently than normal. Where I am testing out a custom level, and forgetting which parts of it are custom and which parts are natural. My current plan in this series, if you missed the last couple episodes for whatever reason, are to farm up some spiders in this spider biome, and then to make a spider staff. Probably gonna make some spider armor as well. And then head down to hell, where I'm gonna see what goodies my shadow keys hold for me. And I really don't remember at all what I put in the shadow chest, so it will be... I won't have to feign surprise or anything. I won't know what's in there. Oh, this guy. Yeah, this should definitely be my #1 weapon until I get more light discs. This icicle's really good. So I was getting some spiders really hot and heavy for a little bit. Now they seem to have kind of died down. I think I might have gotten some spawns stuck elsewhere. Gonna kind of dig around and see what's stuck and what's where. Yeah, you look like you're stuck. I'll kill you. Cause me some problems. Got a little bit of cursed flame because we killed a thingy. Got some corruptors down here. Doing a number on me, too. I like getting Souls of Night, though. That's nice. Good old-fashioned piranha. Yeah, so if you haven't been with us, if you're, for whatever reason, just finding this series, this is a custom world I'm working on to kind of kill a little bit of time between 1.2.4 and 1.3. The idea of this world is kind of see what happens if you start off in hard mode with a new character, but you have NPCs. So you have a little bit of an advantage over like a brand new character because you have a Goblin Tinkerer, so your first 5 gold you can go get some rocket boots. You've got a mechanic for whatever that's worth. But you could really do this as like a challenge run without this world. Although I think I've set this world up to be pretty nice. Pretty nice for an adventure. It's got a bunch of Easter eggs. It has better loot than you normally get in Terraria. Like, the vast majority of the locked chests in the dungeon, almost all of them, I've missed some by accident. Almost all of the locked chests in the dungeon have loot in them that's better than... They have whatever they'd normally have, so if they normally have, like... If they normally have, like, a Muramasa, they might have a Blade of Grass in there as well, because, hey, you don't want to have to farm for a Blade of Grass in hard mode. But, yeah, other than that, it's pretty much a normal map. There's some weird stuff. There's some weird stuff that we haven't even seen yet. But mostly just a lot of Easter eggs and goodies. So, for a spider staff, I don't actually know how many thingies I need to kill. I hope I have my Lava Charm, like, in my piggy bank, because Lava Charm is going to come in handy. We have 21 defense to our name. We have a mechanical glove, we have some stuff. So we're not doing too bad for ourselves. Happy to see a Clinger. If I can hit him. That was weird. I swear I'm not invincible. I don't know why I didn't get hit there. Seemed like I was right on top of him. I'll accept it, though. So, this biome seemed like it really spawned like crazy when I was kind of hiding up in here. Like, It's not a perfect farm or anything, but it seemed like it really did its thing when I was like over here a little bit. Kind of around here I died. And I came over here and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like a million spiders. Yeah, that really did the trick. Spiders like crazy. Souls of Night like crazy a little bit too. And I'll kill you because I don't really have any Cursed Flames yet. Could be well on my way to making a Cursed Flame book. Don't really love that book though. It's not like Yiddish Policeman's Union or Wind Up Girl or Animal Farm. You know, not one of my beloved books. Neither are some of those. Animal Farm's okay. It's not my, you know, I wouldn't even put it in like my top 3 Orwell books. That would be like, maybe. I think Orwell, George Orwell, 1984 has got to be the #1. Then Keep the Esper Just for Flying is really good. And I don't know. Down and Out in Paris and London is not as good as Animal Farm. Question is Burmese Days as good as Animal Farm? I don't know about that. Burmese Days is pretty good, but it gets a little hokey at times. Okay, so yeah, Animal Farm in my top 3 George Orwell books, but still not a beloved book. Keep the Esper Just for Flying is super good. And 1984 is really good. But yeah, mostly first books I could think of. Wind Up Girl's good. It's a little dark. If you are a young person and want to read some good biopunk, I recommend Shipbreakers. It's really good. You know, if you like that kind of like dystopian future, like it's, you know, it's not like the apocalypse or anything, but maybe like 200 years after the apocalypse, and people are kind of rebuilding, society's kind of getting started again. Shipbreakers is really good. Recommend it. Right now I'm reading Stranger in Alondria, which I'm loving. That is so good. That is better than Cursed Tomb, better than Crystal Storm. Really nice book right there. Those diamonds? Yeah, they are. How about that? Diamonds aren't super important, but they're nice. We already have a diamond robe and diamond staff, so we don't really need them for anything, do we? Yeah, Stranger in Alondria, it's like, I don't know what to compare it to. It bills itself as sci-fi, or fantasy, and I guess technically it's fantasy, but it doesn't have like a ton of fantasy tropes, really. Oh, that ice mermaid can mess me up. Oh, but he didn't. He fell, and I'm okay with him having fallen. I think 42 of these is going to be enough to make something. Pick up a fallen star. I should really be picking up... I'm about to take off this diamond robe, and I'm going to be very upset about where my mana is. So... I'm chilled, that's why I'm moving so slowly. So I should be star farming a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. Alright, so to the anvil. Let's see, we 16, 8, and we want the regular spider staff, so we're good. We can make a full set of spider. And we had 2, alright, so we only needed 40, we had 2 fangs left over. Zealous is not very good, I'm gonna reforge that a little bit. Let's talk to you. Forceful's not great. Get out some money. Don't need a ton of money. Furious is actually pretty good. It's not... I don't like the rarity color, so I'm gonna keep going. Manic's terrible. Deadly's good. Summon all the spiders in the world. Put that like right there. So now we have 30 defense, and we're also walking around with 4 spiders. The game has suddenly just changed dramatically. Aside from that 340 health, you would almost never know that we started off on a brand new character. To tell you the truth, this is honestly like... It's honestly as far as I need to get to really know that this has worked. Like, this is good enough. I now know that you can take this map and take it into... And take it and get everything you need, but... I'm gonna keep going because I'm having a blast. This is like some of the most fun with Terraria I've had in a long time. Lava Charm I should really put over here if we're going down to hell. Don't need the Cobalt Shield. Or the... yeah. Lava Charm's good. So let's go to hell. And I still need to remember to jump at the bottom of this because I still don't have any way to like I don't have any horseshoe or anything. Although I think that horseshoes are one of the things that I placed kind of around randomly because I remember thinking that people would need those. I don't think I need anything. Snowflakes is pretty hard mode, right? Yeah, they're just around. Yeah, Stranger in Alondria kind of bills itself as like a fantasy book where this guy... Is that adamantite? I have to check to be sure. Felt like I saw a flash of red over here, but it was right around here, wherever it was. I'm just crazy. But yeah, Stranger in Alondria, from Alondria, or Stranger in Alondria, whatever the title is. It's a confusing title. Or confusing to me, not really confusing. It's about this kid who... He's growing up on a farm on a remote island. And he gets this tutor who's from this big fancy city, and he just kind of falls in love with this city. Thinks it sounds like the greatest thing ever, and he wants to go there. Ooh, Dangerous Frostbrand, that's nice. Is that worth... Yeah, it's worth a hotbar. Better than the Palladium Pike by a lot. Well, I don't know about by a lot, but it's better. This has been a weapon... Frostbrand is a weapon that got me through some tough times in another, like, maybe one of the first time... Maybe the first time I was ever in hard mode. Like, I had no idea what to do, and I was so... Yeah, first or second time for sure that I was in hard mode, and it was terrible at Terraria, and I was walking around with like Knight's Edge and just getting destroyed. And then I found this thing, and it really saved my tail. There's that guy again. Gonna have to like dig for his drops because the spiders did a number on him. Oh, there's another one. And I am not prepared. Let's get out of here before more of those show up. You guys want to drop some hearts? I think the speed on this, I'm poisoned, but I think I'll live. I don't know, Venom's weird. Does a lot of damage. If I go down here, there's probably something... Yeah, I was gonna say, there's probably something down there that'll kill me. How do I kill that without it killing me? That's the question. What can I shoot the straightest with? It's a good thing that didn't curse me, because that would have been it for me. I can heal now. There we go. It's dead. Not a million other enemies in its wake, too, surprisingly. Whoa, Black Recluse I didn't see. Oh well. There's 5 gold down there, so we'll definitely go that same route. Just to get that money. Also put away some money. Where's the souls? Put that in there for now. Retire the pike. And now I've got to do the... This is one thing I don't like about minions, is resummoning them every time you die. Yeah, so this guy gets this tutor from like a... kind of like a... big fancy city. And his dad's kind of a tyrant. The dad hires the tutor because he thinks that it'll give the boy an advantage when he's, you know, speaking the big city language over there, trading someday, taking over the family business. But the tutor is actually kind of an unusual guy. He's got a really unique history of his own, and that leads to the boy getting a very unusual education and going over to this big city and being kind of like a philosopher, sort of a, almost like a religious figure. But I don't want to give away too much of the book. It gets very unusual. There's ghosts involved. There's lots of there's a lot of wild stuff that happens in the book. If I'm talking to you about it and you're like tutors and philosophers, doesn't sound like my scene. If you like exciting, weird stuff in books, it gets exciting and weird. It just takes a bit. You gotta give that book like 80 pages to really get moving. Like the first stuff is good. I wouldn't knock the first 80 pages of the book if they're good, still good reading. But it's kind of like nothing too exciting's happening. But man, once the book really gets going, things get pretty intense, pretty fast. So that's something I'd recommend reading. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like I said, it's what I'm currently reading, so I can't give it a 100% like I've finished this and it didn't betray me recommendation. There are the occasional books where I've started them and then, you know, by the end of them been like, wow, I thought I would recommend this to a friend, but nope. I will not. Example of that would be Lies from Loch Lamora. Started out really good. Turned into just like way too dark of a book. Like Lies of Loch Lamora starts out kind of like this is maybe how like Batman would be in like, you know, like old school, like happy kind of Sherlock Holmes Batman kind of thing. And then by the end of the book, you're like, this is like a Frank Miller Batman. This is like everyone like I don't want to spoil the ending of the book. But if you're like, I don't know. If you're reading Lies from Loch Lamora, mute me for the next 10 seconds. Ready? Everyone dies. Everyone dies. Like not every single person. Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough read. Like, it starts off good. Like, if you like Arsène Lupin or kind of like Master Thief kind of stuff, you'll like the beginning. Whoop! Fell in some lava. Do I have my lava charm out? I don't have it out, but I can get it out, can I? I don't die. I didn't die. Pure worm though. Alright, it's just that guy. I was worried that was gonna be like a worse worm. Who knows how many biomes we're close to. Okay, so putting away money. Oh, I've got the lava charm in my vanity accessories, of course. So I equipped that, and what was I gonna go do? I don't remember. Oh, I'm getting hoarse. I've been recording a lot. Now, where am I going with this? I'm in hell, sort of. Kind of where I wanted to be. Now what? Can dig through these emeralds. And then, little detour. Yeah, Lies of Lakamora, you start out with, like, kind of this little boy who's gonna grow up to be a master thief, and it starts really cool. You're like, oh, that's neat. He's gonna grow up to be all, like, nifty and kind of like Count of Monte Cristo meets Sherlock Holmes meets Batman meets Arsène Lupin meets, I don't know, Fred Astaire. I'm out of people. But it doesn't, like, it starts out that way. You're like, oh, this will be cool. But then it just, like... Ooh, life fruit. I can't use that life fruit just yet, but that's neat. Take the Hermes boots. Jellyfish statue's a good find. I think I put that jellyfish statue... I know I put the life fruit in that chest, since obviously you can't get life fruit yet. Or, I mean, you can't get them in chests. But I don't know if I planted that jellyfish statue. I think I was just happy to see it, maybe. The way down to hell is pretty long when you're on a large world, so it's still gonna take us a little bit. And I'm also second-guessing the wisdom of taking off a jump. Jumping can be pretty nice in hell, although Lava Charm is definitely way better. There's a mimic somewhere. Question is where? Got too much stuff on us. Lots of life crystals. Where did this mimic die? Did it die down here? I don't see anything. Oh, I just got a star cloak. So yeah, I did. Yeah, it did. Starcloak's great, because that means when we fall... Well, wait, no. Stars fall when... Yeah, stars fall when injured. That is a good thing to have. Pretty much, it's just a good thing to have because I like pairing with the cross necklace. On its own, it's not really that great. Glad I found where that mimic died. I would have been looking for that. Also glad I didn't get broken armor there. Now I don't know if this will be my hell path for like all time, but if it is, I kind of don't want it to rely on the lava charm because I'd like to be well. It's fine if it does. How often will we really need to go down to hell? But yeah, really early on in that book, in Locke Lamora, you realize that you like the flashbacks of the kid's life better than you like the book. Like, there's all these flashbacks to when the kid's like 10, and learning to be a thief, and they're really interesting. Oh, a trifold map, that's really handy. But then you get to the main, like, story, and you're like, I don't care about this as much. Just got kind of an unfortunate situation. Alright, we really need to, like, do a little bit of a deposit all action. And we've got this lava charm, so we can go after Hellstone if we want it. I don't know if we need Hellstone for... I'd like to make an Imp Staff, so that'd be worth getting Hellstone for. That said, though, this video has gone a little long with me talking about books while I dig my way through Hell. Or the Underworld, if you prefer. If you really want no cursing in your Let's Play, the Underworld. But, yeah. Leave a like, leave a comment, do your thing if you feel like it. And I will see you next time, guys.